There are two types of people I really dislike. The first one is duplicitous people. I will always catch you out eventually. My curse in life is that I notice bloody everything. Quite literally nothing gets past me. Sometimes I really wish I was one of these ignorant people who life just whistled past me without me noticing a thing. But alas, I do. And the other type of people I don't like are ingrates. I really dislike people who are ungrateful. If I'm driving along and I let you pass, even though it's not your right of way, and I'm like that, I expect a thank you, a nod, flash the lights, whatever, acknowledge me. Or if I'm holding a door for you, same thing. Smile, wink, say hello, say thank you. Because if you don't, I will brood on it for about 5 minutes. That's the kind of person I am. Now, Colin Kaepernick is one of these ingrates. Now, if you don't know who Colin Kaepernick is, he rose to infamy, well, depending on which side of the argument you're on, when he took the knee before playing an American football match and the US national anthem was playing. Now, he says this because he was protesting against police violence towards black criminals, and it was against so-called white privilege. And then this taking the knee became a movement, and, well, the rest is infamy, isn't it? It's history. Now, Colin Kaepernick said he is doing this because people like him suffer a vast disadvantage in American or US society in comparison with Caucasians, but I really don't see this. After all, there are people of his demographic occupying all the top tiers of society in that country, and even became US president at one point, 2 terms, no less. Not that he did much, but he had 2 terms. The guy was a good speaker, he was a great orator, and that's it. But people of Colin Kaepernick's demographic, they have fame, wealth, power, great responsibilities, and some of them are even race baiters. They're allowed to say vile, disgusting, racist things about Caucasian people and get away with it. So I really don't see the disadvantages there for people like Colin Kaepernick. Thankfully, there are people of Colin Kaepernick's demographic in the United States who speak out against his rhetoric, which is daft. And so he's brought out a book, and in that book he talks about his adoptive family. And what he says about his adoptive family, the family who took him in, and they're Caucasian, by the way, his adoptive family, they took him in, loved him as if he was one of their own. They gave him everything they wanted because they weren't short of a few bob. And Colin Kaepernick wanted for nothing. It was a very privileged upbringing, and the guy was bloody lucky. Because no doubt if it wasn't for them, he wouldn't have everything he has now. And this is what the ungrateful sod does. In his book, he calls them racists, and he says that they gave him a problematic childhood upbringing. I mean, my goodness. I mean, I am sure when they went to adopt him in the orphanage, they could have just walked by and picked another kid. But this is the mentality these days, thanks to organisations like Black Lives Matter, who, in my opinion, has set race relations back decades, is they have installed a mental state into people like Colin Kaepernick, people who have everything, yet they believe they have nothing, and it's all Caucasian people's fault. Now, this is a dangerous rhetoric. It is a warped ideology, and it exists, I believe, by people who want a race war. There are people out there making money playing demographics against each other in order to make us hate each other. And these people are on the left. They're not on the right at all. They use the same language and the same behaviours, and it's what they want. And to successfully drive a wedge between a black kid who is adopted by white parents shows that they are successful in what they are doing. But thank goodness for people like Candice Owens, that's all I can say. A lovely patriotic lady who speaks a lot of common sense, and the lefties hate her for it. So there we go, that's my video. I hope you like. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, have a great weekend, look after yourselves, and Roger Trout.